Peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and blessings. Hope everyone is well. Welcome back. Welcome back. It is Sunday evening. Sunday evening. It is 10:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are live and direct. Eco Beloved live and direct. Excuse me. Pardon me. From New York City, the beautiful Queens borough, and we're live and direct here on this platform. The streaming on the Eco Beloved, and also streaming simulcasting on New Freedom Exchange on Facebook and on YouTube. If anyone can hear me loud and clear, press drop a 1 in the comment section. And also, if you want to get shouted out, let me know where you are tuned in from. What location you're tuned in from. Are you seeing snow in your neighborhood? Is it heavy? Is it light? Is it flurries? No snow? Is it rain? Is it sleet? Any type of on the ground output would be appreciated. Well, thank you. Great. Oh man. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. A great Sunday. I hope everyone is warm in a nice, safe place. Thank you, Colette, for pressing 1. Appreciate it. Share the live stream to your friends and family. As you know, tonight we're just providing another mini update for this evening before we go into the overnight hours and tomorrow, which will be the brunt of the snow for northern New Jersey and New York City metro area, getting out to Long and up the Hudson Valley. I did receive some pictures earlier. I did ask for people to send in or comment or DM me your pictures of what you're seeing outside your window. Of course, it's the nighttime, so it's going to be a little hard to take pictures unless you have a nice night camera. You can take some nice pictures. But I did receive some pictures earlier. I wanted to show you guys from some friends out in Milwaukee and Chicago. They got a nice little snowfall earlier today and yesterday with the same storm system that's taking place for us here in the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. Dumped about 10 to 12 inches in the city of Milwaukee and several inches in the city of Chicago. And Chicago, this was their second snow event of 6 inches or a little more in the same week. So they've been on a row. They had another storm system before that dumped some snow in here too. So we're going to pull up some pictures here and show you guys. This is a Beetle, one of the Volkswagen Beetles. Is of course snowed in. About to flip my camera over so you guys can see it. Just a minute here. Here we go. Yeah, if you want to see the Beetle, this is actually pretty hilarious if you kind of think about it, because it doesn't have 4-wheel drive. It's basically stuck. It's going to be stuck. So this is my friend's Beetle, Volkswagen out in Milwaukee. As you see, it's completely buried underneath all that snow. Obviously, this car doesn't have 4-wheel drive, and I definitely won't recommend driving this in nothing like this type of weather that we're seeing here. So if your car doesn't have all-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive to get to and fro your location, you're pretty much stranded. Pretty much stranded anyway, because the city and the tri-state has issued a snow emergency, etc. So you're not to be driving anyway. But the brother here is digging out from his car. He hasn't had, at least earlier, he didn't have so much of a good luck with that. Wasn't too much of a good fortune in terms of that. So shout out to my brother out in Milwaukee for checking in. Appreciate that. Anyone else have any pictures, feel free to, or video, you can send it to me directly on Facebook. You can go to my the Eco Beloved Facebook page where we're streaming from as well, to send over there. Message me there. You can message my personal account, which we're streaming from as well. Or you can message New Freedom Exchange on Facebook as well. Let's see. We got some more pics here. Again, this is earlier in the day, so we're going to PG County, Maryland. Shout out to Drea, Sister Drea Diaz, family. That's my family out there in PG County, Maryland. They saw a few inches of snow earlier. This is the earlier view of the snowfall here in PG County, but to show you guys right now that outlook. This is earlier, so obviously it's been several inches since then. Just when the snow first started to fall. Beautiful, nice. It's probably like an inch, or it's probably like an inch, I would say, or at least a dusting, if not closer to an inch of snow, decorating the playground there, and starting to stick also to the roadways as well. Some of the streets are covered, obviously the roofs are covered, and etc. And the cars are also getting covered as well. But it's still snowing actually in PG County now as well. Shout out to Misunderstood. Walaikum assalam. She says, stay warm and stay safe, everyone. Definitely for sure. In this type of weather, you definitely want to stay safe and stay off them roads. That's for sure. And don't try to go outside. Let's see here. Also, we got some images from my sister Ndidi out of Chicago from comfort of her home. She took a nice picture from the comfort of her home. I'm about to show that here as well. So we're just showing some pictures before we get into our discussion for this evening. Let's see here. Here we are. Boom. So this is outside our sister's window in Chicago. Got a nice little plant, little flower there. And yeah, this is Chicago. It's seen outside of Chicago. They got 7 inches of snow out there, about 6 inches of snow. That's they got for the second time in a row. They had a storm system again, like I said earlier, a few days before this one, that gave them a nice amount of snow for our friends in the Windy City. So I hope everyone is safe again. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. So quickly, some things that have changed since we saw each other earlier today. Okay, thank you, Sultana Ali. Thank you for that update. We will look out for the book. I will look out for the book and definitely check it out. Thank you. Appreciate it. Shukran. So some things that have changed since we met earlier today. There's been some slight changes coming out. A state of emergency is in effect for the state of New Jersey, for the whole state of New Jersey for the snow removal. Urging the governor of New Jersey is urging people to stay off the roads as much as they can. I mean, not as much as they can. You have to stay off the roads. And I just got an update from New York City earlier today on my application, and the same thing. The mayor is saying basically the same thing here for the city. Stay off the roads. Only essential workers and essential personnel, emergency personnel, should be on the roads tomorrow, starting at the dawn hours of around, I think it's around 6 a.m. Or so, and lasting pretty much the whole day tomorrow. Basically, to give way for the plows is about 370,000 tons of rock salt that's available. There's crews that's hitting the streets. They're starting to hit the streets already. If you have not seen them, they started laying down some salt earlier. And today, we're going to start seeing the plows start to come out as snow starts to accumulate more overnight tonight, and especially going into Monday morning and Monday night. This will be I won't say historic. The biggest snowfall that we've seen was back in 2015, 2016, at least recently. 27.6 inches of snow that we received from Winter Storm Jonas. If anyone remembers that one, that we received 2 feet of snow from that system. And generally speaking, somebody in the state of northern New Jersey will potentially see up to 2 feet of snow. Not out of the question. That is not without a doubt that someone's going to end up with 20 or 24 inches or so of snow. It's just a matter, again, where the heavy snow bands set up and how they set up and where they set up and locales across the New York City and Long Island area to make up for the snow totals. Wa alaikum salam, Sister Brother Bashir Alam. And it says that Detroit only received 2 inches of snow in Detroit, and the storm passed south of the city. Yep. Not really a big deal in Detroit and Cleveland. You guys got the short end of the stick this time. Perhaps not for next week's storm. You may not escape next week's storm because there's one right behind this one that's about to make landfall on the West Coast, up in Cali, and in the Pacific Northwest. That's going to head again cross country and take aim to the plains and Midwest again, bringing wintry precipitation again to Chicago, possibly again Chicago, and possibly again Detroit. But we're not going to discuss any details in regards to that storm system because right now we're only dealing with one storm at a time. One storm at a time because the guidance that's going to come out with the forecasting models is going to be all over the place because right now we have a storm system in the atmosphere in the area that we haven't got rid of yet. So until we get rid of this storm system out of our neck of the woods here in this hemisphere, we're not even going to bother discussing that yet. I just made mention of it. That's a possibility, but we're not even going to bother with discussing that tonight. Not until you probably won't hear back to me to discuss something, the next storm system, until after this one is over, probably like Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. It will be snowing for 50 hours. This is 50 to 56 hours of precipitation will fall in the New York City metropolitan area, including New Jersey, back into South Central and South PA, overnight tonight into all day tomorrow. This is a long duration snowstorm. This is not like last snowstorm we had in mid-December, which was a quick mover. It got in and got out. This is not that type of situation. This storm system would stall. It's going to stall off the coast of New Jersey, and it's going to spin for a little bit. It's going to take its time crawling up the coast, and doing that is just going to bring in more precipitation off the Atlantic Ocean into this cold air, and that's where we can get some of these intense snow bands coming in tonight, but specifically tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. So let me show you some of the changes a little bit. We're going to discuss some radar, pull up some radar here, and go over some of the things that have slightly changed since the last time we spoke. Let me pull up that. And meanwhile, if anyone has any questions, feel free to chime in. I know people are ready for spring. People keep saying that. I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for spring. Some of us are. Some of us enjoy the winter precipitation. So we want to enjoy the snow from afar, not from too close. All right. So let's see here. Yes, let's do this. So we're going to discuss some details that came out from the National Weather Service as of 7:51 p.m. this evening. This is for the New York City metropolitan area. We're going to read that, and then we're going to go city for city and discuss up and down I-95. Let me see how much juice I got. Not too much juice. So let me see. If you're just checking in, we're talking about welcome this evening to Winter Storm Update. Eco Beloved here, live and direct, coming from the beautiful city of New York City, Queens to be exact. There we go. So this is the event summary from the National Weather Service. We're going to read the language here. Winter storm warning is in effect from tonight to Tuesday morning. Heavy snowfall of 16 to 24 inches is expected from much of the region. 2 to 4 inches of snow per hour rates are expected throughout the day, Monday evening. That's especially when we get to those heavy snow bands. When we get in those heavy snow bands, expect 2 to 4 inches of snow per hour. That's without a doubt. Near blizzard conditions are expected close to the coast. Lower snowfall totals of 6 to 12 inches expected for southeast Connecticut and eastern Long Island, which is where we're going to get that mixing on the eastern Long Island, especially out to Suffolk County, around Freeport, and out to the Twin Forks, the Hamptons. Less in terms of snow there, but definitely 6 to 12 inches, generally speaking, for southeast Connecticut and eastern Long Island. Strong winds are expected for the city and coast, 20 to 40 miles per hour, with gusts going as high as 40 to 55 miles per hour for Monday throughout the day, Monday to Monday evening. And we have a coastal flood warning in effect for coastal Long Island, southeast, southern shore of Queens for Monday into Monday night. High tides, minor to locally moderate coastal flooding can happen with storm systems like this, who rapidly intensify. And as they rapidly intensify, the winds will coming off from the Atlantic Ocean will steadily push water up to the shore. And that could cause for some flooding in and around low-lying areas that lie low to sea level. Widespread minor to moderate and locally major coastal flood potential with Monday night's high tide. Of course, gale warnings are in effect for tonight for much of the coastal waters areas. So that's to give you a sense of an overall sense of what we're going to expect tomorrow, overnight tonight into tomorrow, where the weather's going to go downhill rather quickly. And also, let's see here. Also, just to update snowfall amounts for the cities and for our friends in Boston. We're going to discuss that as well. But right now, New York City is in the bullseye. 18, at least 12 to 18 inches. But now we're looking like 18 to 24 inches for the New York City tri-state area. That includes the majority of, or in fact, all the 5 boroughs coming into Nassau County, at least a foot in the majority of Suffolk County. Exceptions as we get out to Riverhead and going eastward from Riverhead, where accumulations start to tail off to a couple inches or so. And that is all of northern New Jersey is also expected to at least get 18 to 24 inches of snow from out of the storm system itself. And then up the Hudson Valley as well, Mount Vernon, Yonkers, up to Poughkeepsie as well. Expect 16 to 24 inches of snow as well. Out towards Harrisburg, 8 to 12 inches expected. Lancaster, probably 6 to 8 inches. City of Philadelphia, probably like at least 8 inches, maybe a foot, but I would definitely say a foot of snow in the suburbs north of Philadelphia as you get more inner towards PA, definitely, and west of Philadelphia, as we could see some mixing in this area of sleet and potentially some rain getting in here. Much of anything south of Philadelphia, getting into Trenton. Trenton probably gets 7 inches, maybe 6 inches out of this or so. Anything south of Trenton and Camden, going towards Atlantic City, things have to tail off because the storm is a little bit too close to you all in southern New Jersey by the Jersey Shore, and especially Atlantic City, and out to Dover, Maryland. It's too close. It has to be a little further out for this to be all snow straight down the Jersey Shore, especially to Atlantic City and to Delaware. So that's not to be expected. We're expecting maybe 2, 3, 4 inches in around Atlantic City. Definitely, you will be feeling the full brunt of those winds, and that coastal flooding is going to be an issue in some low-lying areas along that Jersey Shore. So you're definitely going to see the wind, you're definitely going to see the coastal flooding, but you will not see a lot of snow in Atlantic City and also in our friends in Delaware. So that's, and up to Connecticut, New London, New Haven, Bridgeport. I think we'll get at least 8 to 12 inches of fresh snow there. And generally that stretches also into Rhode Island, Providence, 8 to 12 inches of snow here. Nantucket, we're going to get to Massachusetts, which is tricky. Worcester, Massachusetts, out about due west of the city of Boston in the suburbs. At least 12 to 18 inches here is now the question as well in Worcester, Mass. The city of Boston itself, probably around 6, maybe 8 inches. In fact, let's see what the guidance is saying in reference to Boston. Well, Boston, they do have you guys going up to possibly a foot. Again, less mixing, you'll get the snow. If you do not mix rain or sleet, you'll get this amount. For right now, I'm thinking at least a minimum of 6 inches of snow in Boston itself. For, again, that's starting on Monday, late overnight tonight, especially Monday morning, and going to Monday afternoon in Boston. It already will be snowing in New York City by then. It is already, but it'll be snowing more than likely heavy during that time. Let me see what else we want to discuss tonight. think that's about it. Again, the radars are starting to fill in. Right now, let's show a radar before we leave. The radars are starting to fill in with snow for the region. So we're going to show you where the radar is right now. It is all snow for the most part for everybody right now. Everybody is all snow right now. Let me swip the camera over real quick. There we go. All right. So it's definitely all snow. It's starting to snow now in the tri-state area. Starting to snow all in northern New Jersey. Snow's kind of starting to get into Nassau County, maybe up the Hudson Valley, Connecticut. Definitely still snowing in New Jersey, down to central, even to southern New Jersey. It's snowing as well. Starting to taper off, or possibly taper off a little bit right now. In Lancaster, Harrisburg, it's snowing a little bit. Philadelphia is catching a break. Lancaster is catching a break. Right now, everything's catching a break. But as this storm system takes shape, right about here off the coast of North Carolina, start to move up, more precipitation is going to be thrown back in. So that is to be understood that this is going to fill back in to extent overnight tonight into tomorrow, and definitely have to monitor the radars as we go into tomorrow. For sure. Let me see here. For our temperature gradients right now, let's see if we get some temperatures in here. No weather stations coming up. Trying to get the temperatures in here so we can show you guys what we're looking at. 1 second. Weather stations. Here we go. Okay, temperatures are still relatively cold. Everyone is still in the 20s for the most part, with the exception of, again, where that rain is. It is expected to be in Atlantic City. Warmer along the coast, where the warm air is from the Atlantic Ocean is coming in. The milder air from the Atlantic Ocean is filling in the upper lows of the atmosphere and is changing that snow to rain. So 34 degrees, 38 degrees. This is to be expected, and down to the 40s, even southern Delaware, and is in the middle 30s to central Delaware as well. But pretty much everyone is in the 20s. So this will be all snow for everybody. South Central, Central South PA, all central to northern New Jersey, New York City, Connecticut, up to Hudson Valley, and eventually to Rhode Island and the suburbs of Boston, Massachusetts as well. So that's what's happening right now. Again, the radar will continue to fill up overnight. We're going to monitor the radar overnight, see how everything translates going forward. And we'll be back, creator willing, God willing, tomorrow morning, to see where we are tomorrow morning in terms of the radar and in terms of any nowcasting conditions as well. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your Sunday evening. The remainder of it. If you have any pictures, comment pictures and videos that of what it looks like outside your house or your apartment, please comment them and leave a comment here, or you can inbox me at the Eco Beloved, tag me at the Eco Beloved, or so also, and you could send it also to the Freedom Exchange on Facebook page as well. But definitely want to see some more of your pictures and your nowcasting. Is it snowing in your region or not? Let us know, and we can shout you out as well. Thank you to all the people that tuned in this evening and that tuned in earlier. Thank you for those who will be tuned into this or check this out later on in the day, tonight and tomorrow morning. And also thank you to those who submitted their pictures to me. I appreciate that. And we look forward to seeing you all, Creator willing, God willing, tomorrow morning. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay off those roads tonight and tomorrow. Stay home if you can. You must. Unless it's an extreme emergency, you should stay off the roads tomorrow in this region. because it's going to get bad. It's going to get bad overnight and going into tomorrow. And we'll be back tomorrow morning. We'll seeing how it looks, everything looks on the radar, and etc. All right, take care, everybody. Have a blessed night, and I will see you all in the morning. Peace and blessings. Good night.